Hey friends, today we are going to part of Bend that is not quite as flashy as the west side of Bend, but that's actually exactly why people like it here. Today we're diving into Southeast Bend, a neighborhood district that is spacious, evolving, and home to some of the more diverse properties in the city. If you're somebody who wants a little room to breathe, a quieter pace of life, or maybe if you're just trying to get rid of a few of those tourists that are clogging up your lifestyle, this neighborhood might be for you. Okay, let's start with location. Southeast Bend is exactly what it sounds like. They got really original with the name. It's the southeast corner of Bend, but really compared to all the other neighborhood districts, it's pretty small. It's bordered by Murphy Road to the north, Southeast 15th Street to the east, and basically Knott Road and China Hat to the south. From a geological standpoint, it transitions from traditional residential to sprawling lots, to forested acreage, to new development, all within a few blocks. That's the kind of magic the Southeast has. It's varied, and in a good way. You're 10 to 15 minutes from downtown. Heck, you're 10 to 15 minutes to Costco. And then a straight shot right on the Parkway if you need to head north to Redmond or down south to Lavine. Super convenient. Let's talk about amenities. Now, we're a little light here on amenities on the southeast side, but that's okay because it will be changing eventually. We've got Walmart on the south side, we've got Albertsons grocery store, we've got a Ross Dress for Less, and we've got a brand new ice cream shop, Handles, which is really, really good. We actually took my kids there opening weekend. Good ice cream. A little bit further north, but not technically in the neighborhood area, we have the Factory Outlet Mall, which covers plenty of great shopping and restaurants and even food trucks. Then technically not falling in the strict boundaries of the neighborhood district, but just adjacent to it, we have where I'm standing right now, which is the neighborhood of Easton. They're gonna have a marketplace here, which is it's gonna be described as kind of like a marketplace with almost like a farmer's market, where there's gonna be plenty of options and plenty of areas for, you know, restaurants and shops and retail. Should be a really, really great area and a great commercial asset to this side of town. So now let's talk about schools real quick in the southeast side of Bend. The southeast area is served by a mix of well-established public schools with a couple of standout options. Jewell Elementary is the predominant elementary school in the area. High Desert Middle School covers much of the area for the middle school needs. And Caldera High School is actually the only technical school within the boundaries of this neighborhood district. Now, Caldera High School is a brand new high school. It's only been around for a few years. It is gorgeous on the inside, and it's building a really strong reputation here in the community as a fantastic high school. The southeast area is served very well by the schools here, and as this community in this side of town grows, so does the infrastructure to support it. Let's talk about one of the biggest perks of living on the southeast side, and that is access to nature without the crowds. And the crown jewel is Alpenglow Park. This is Bend's newest and biggest park. It's got everything. It's got wide open fields, it's got a splash pad, it's got a rock climbing walls, a small amphitheater, paved and unpaved trails, and an off-leash dog park. It's also where big city events are starting to happen. Concerts, movies in the park, farmers market style pop-ups. In fact, this park is kind of becoming what Drake Park is to downtown. This is like that center green space where all the fun events are happening. Other nearby parks include Larkspur Park, with the Larkspur Community Center, Ponderosa Park, and Stone Creek Park. There's also a ton of informal access points to BLM lands and canal trails that wind through the area, especially near Woodside Ranch. So if you're that kind of person that loves trail access, but you don't necessarily want to have to drive to the other side of town to get to there, the southeast side has you covered. All right, before we get to the real estate part, let's talk about the vibe here in Southeast. Now, it's not trying to be trendy, it's not trying to be a destination, and that's a big part of the appeal. In fact, it's one of the least touristy areas in Bend. So you don't get that big influx of weekend tourists coming and going and clogging up the traffic. It's actually great and nice and quiet and peaceful out here. There aren't as many short-term rentals. People who live here are, well, they're locals. It's quieter, it's a more grounded lifestyle. You're close to everything, but still feel removed from the hustle. You'll also find larger lot sizes, more single-level homes, wide streets, fewer HOAs, and a mix of older and newer construction. There's a reason why, you know, families, retirees, longtime Bendites love the southeast side of town, because this kind of reminds them of Bend 20 years ago. And we haven't even started talking about real estate yet. All right, let's talk real estate. Now, the southeast side of town, it is diverse as far as single family homes go. But it's not really diverse in the different kinds of properties. I mean, there's not a lot of condos or multifamily or townhouse or anything. We're really just basically talking about single family homes. You've got 1970s and 80s ranch style homes with quarter-acre lots. You've got 1980s to 2000s traditional two-story homes with, a mix of vinyl and lap siding. You've got custom homes on acreage in areas like Woodside Ranch, and you've got semi-luxury infill homes in spots like Hidden Hills. Then there's also newer development like Countryside. And then you've also got manufactured homes on owned land or lots. All right, so let's talk notable neighborhoods. Mountain High. Mountain High is beautiful. First of all, it's completely gated, which I don't think I put that down in the script originally, but it's gated. It's also, it's got this park-like atmosphere, right? There's green, lush grass everywhere. There's not fences, so it feels wide open. Got lots of room to breathe. And then these incredible ponderosa pine trees are everywhere, heavily shading this area. You live in a forest. Lot sizes are all a little larger. In fact, when I spot checked the last 30-ish sales, the smallest lot was about 1/5 of an acre, all the way up to a 0.63. That's significantly larger than most neighborhoods in the area, and certainly in Bend. But it actually even feels larger because, like I said, in this particular neighborhood where there are no fences, it's just a big, wide open park-like setting with all the manicured grass and trees everywhere. Oh, and then a bonus neighborhood just across the tracks is Timber Ridge, which carries a very similar park-like feel to Mountain High at just a slightly lower price point. Woodside Ranch. This one's got space. Think 1 to 5 acre lots, custom homes, and a real rural vibe, despite being minutes from town. You'll find homes with shops, horse barns, and long driveways. It's not a cheap neighborhood. Many properties here run over $1 million to basically $2 million, depending on the size and updates, but you do get a lot of house and land for the money. Woodside Ranch was originally plotted back in 1972, but again, it's like the further back you go, the larger the lot sizes are, so this is definitely what makes this neighborhood special. Located literally just across Knott Road on the very southeast side of town, Woodside Ranch also has a very heavily wooded feel. But because the lot sizes are so much larger here, it feels more wild, I guess? I mean, who doesn't love nature when you live in Bend, right? Hey, welcome to Stonegate. This is actually a newer neighborhood in relationship to this whole district that we're talking about. It's much newer than the last two things we're talking about. This is a polished neighborhood located on the corner of Peril Road and China Hat, all right? This is a polished neighborhood that was finished around 2017, so it's not brand new. But the good thing is it's finished and it's complete. And you don't have to worry about new construction or anything, right? But it still's got all those great vibes that Polish does when they build into their communities. It's got a pool, HOA, walking trails, and it's set deep into this ponderosa forest. It's gorgeous in here. These homes are a little newer, compared to Mountain High and Woodside Ranch. They're well kept. They tend to be a little darker in their design and style. They have that builder's beige thing going on with the dark cabinets and the dark rock and the dark accents. This is often great for first-time buyers or folks who want something move-in ready without breaking the bank. There's also a bunch of paved walking trails and kind of nature-scaped areas like behind me throughout this neighborhood. So, when you're on your morning stroll, it kind of feels like you live in a campground. The big trees and the nature walking trails everywhere. It's pretty special. Also, Mountain Pines is a neighborhood that's right next door, it's adjacent. And it's also a really great neighborhood that has this same forested vibe and kind of walking trails. That's another one. It's almost like a 2-for-1, these two neighborhoods. Quality built homes, great neighborhood. You should check that one out too. Hidden Hills. This neighborhood is upscale and newer. It offers premium high-end finished homes, nice quiet neighborhood, and excellent finishes. Homes here often appeal to move-up buyers who value high-quality built homes from the same builders as that pricey west side neighborhoods, yet want the east side price point. Curtis Homes, J.D. Neal, Stonebridge, all build fantastic homes here. It's a beautiful, modern neighborhood. In fact, it's been a little while since we did a video on Hidden Hills, but I bet you could watch it if you clicked right up there. Countryside. Now, Countryside is actually a really amazing high-end neighborhood. It's built by some of the best builders in town. In fact, what they did was they took a page out of the old Brooks Resources playbook when they developed Northwest Crossing, and they basically sold all of the lots out to a collection of the area's most premium builders. Then those builders take the lots and they build high-end spec homes. So this neighborhood is a really amazing neighborhood. This neighborhood is located just off of Murphy Road, basically to the south, and it presses that way towards Jewell Elementary to the north. Now these homes sit on much smaller lots than well, probably all of the other neighborhoods in this district, but that's because it's brand new. This neighborhood is only 3 years old, and there's plenty of beautiful homes with premium finishes and modern designs that are still coming out of the ground. All right, a little bit of a summary for you. Here's what to expect if you're shopping for homes on the southeast side. You've got entry-level homes from $475 to $600 range, often older, maybe manufactured. Then you've got your mid-range homes, $600 to $800 grand. Oftentimes they'll be older, 70s through the 90s as far as date to be built. Then we've got our newer homes / custom homes. These things are gonna be in the $800 to north of $1 million. And then of course we've got acreage properties, which are gonna be much higher in price, probably starting at around $1 million. And lot sizes, they're gonna vary a lot. Anywhere from 4,000 or 5,000 square feet all the way up to like 5 acres, which is great. And also, unless the neighborhood's a little bit newer, you're probably not gonna run into a lot of HOAs. So that's great if you've got extra RVs or boats or other parking concerns that you may have. It's gonna be a really nice area, really good mix of homes and ages, right? So what's changing? A lot, actually. I mean, much like the rest of Bend, things are changing. If you look at a map, you see that big chunk of dirt right there? Yeah, there's nothing there, right? There's going to be. That's gonna be the latest, greatest, biggest development going on in Bend. It's gonna be called Constellation Crest. Now, originally that was all a part of Countryside, but I think they're doing a little rebranding, the developers there. So instead of being Countryside south of Murphy Road, it's gonna be called Constellation Crest. It's gonna be a lot of homes there, 5 to maybe even 800 homes. But the great thing is they're gonna follow their same blueprint as they did on Countryside. There's gonna be lots of high-end builders building great quality homes at east side price points. And hopefully they'll leave enough of those big condos around for a really nice forested aesthetic. Southeast Bend might not have the flash of Northwest Crossing or the riverfront views of the old mill, but what it does have is space, variety, and authenticity. It's local, it's grounded, and it's growing in a way that feels smart, not rushed. Whether you're looking for a starter home, a forever home with a shop, or something peaceful with trees and trails out the back door, Southeast Bend is absolutely worth your attention. So what do you think? Could you see yourself living here? I'm John with the Crom Real Estate team, and thanks so much for watching. Remember, if you or somebody you know is looking to buy or sell in this district or any of the other districts, or heck, anywhere in Central Oregon, my team and I would love to be your local real estate resource of choice. You can stalk us at cromrealestate.com or just reach out to us. Our information is in the bottom in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.